My name is Corey. I've been at Blueprint for about, I would say, 6 years, maybe 7, almost 7, yeah, around there.
All right, so before I feel like Chris may have told me, but I don't want to be wrong. Was your father president in your life?
No, my father wasn't present in my life.
So how did that affect you as a father?
Well, it affected me because I didn't really have a strong sense of identity growing up. I think for the most part, it was just my mother and I. We were really close. And although she poured into me so much and tried to encourage me about who I am and who I was in the Lord, I think there was always a part of me that felt like, well, where's the other half, you know? And I think that always brought into mind a lot of questions. That left a lot of insecurity in my identity per se growing up.
So what is your fondest memory of you as a father, the kids, and everything?
I think my fondest memory as a father would probably be most recently, I think, with all of my children together, just taking family photos. So that's something that we try to do on a regular basis, and just getting to see them in the midst of, for one, us trying to gather them all together and getting them in position. But then their interactions, sometimes the two youngest are fighting amongst each other while the oldest is trying to be, the oldest, trying to help and be a second mother in a sense. So I love just being in the midst of that interaction between them all. So the fondest memory I have of my father would probably be the time where I traveled down to visit with him. And this was probably just before my wife and I got married. The man who was discipling me really wanted to encourage me to forgive my father. And so my discipler drove me 12 hours from Atlanta to Miami to go sit with my father and to pour my heart out to him, to let him know how I felt and how his absence affected me, and that I forgave him. And so I think sitting with him in that moment, although the response wasn't necessarily what I had envisioned, it was my fondest memory, because from there, just saying that allowed me to further love him and honor him the way that God called me to.
Y'all gonna make me cry. That's beautiful. That's so awesome. Well, what does Father's Day mean to you now?
Father's Day means to me, it's just a great reminder that I have the privilege to guide and steward a young life that's not my own. I mean, although I have 3 beautiful girls, they're not mine, they belong to God, and I've just been given the gift of stewarding them. And so my hope is that through life, I can always be someone who they can come to about anything, someone who can be an example for what they can possibly look for in a man in the future. But ultimately, my hope is that I just be an earthly representation of the love that our Heavenly Father has for them.